Good morning, Grants community. At least for once, there's a big hope. A big hope in the sense that there are some big personality in the Grants community that has came out to address the very issue that put fears, worries in the minds of the people. Talking about the recent voice note from Madam Tommy Tokwe. So the big guys are out right now to address the issue properly for the masses to know. And therefore, I can boldly tell everybody, wait, let's see what will happen next. And congratulations if what we are hearing is true and it will happen the way they are telling us. Of course, Ankan came out giving a big hope, telling the people that he has confidence right now in telling you people that the disbursement would commence, that nobody should be panicked, that the grant that we are all expecting, that we will all subscribing, would definitely drop, and this is a good news. Thanks for staying and also listening to our update. We promise to update you whether good or bad, so that we know what is currently going on with the fund that we subscribe in expectation of this grant. Thank you, and then listen to what Ankan has to say about the situation. Thereafter, we'll dive into some other key players in the grant and also in the camp of Sanctuary Word, what they are saying concerning the grooming situation in the ground space. And I said that I can confidently tell us that the door of wealth are open for us in Grant community, and I am very sure history and posterity would be happy with the wise men for standing tall and all the wolf in sheep's clothing in Grant community. This is coming from Ankan. Is it Ankan? Ankan Inyang came up telling everybody to keep calm. He wrote a long message, of which we'll go through a few of them, and for us to know what he is saying about the disbursement that is to come, that we are all waiting for. He said, I joined thousands of sand mines in Grant community and was convinced about grant disbursement projects in 2022 when the wise men and the then United Alliance African Grant, which was later onboarded into Sanctuary World Multipurpose Foundation, officially mounted the saddled with a beam of hope and unwavering assurance to put lasting smile on the face of the Nigerians who officially subscribed for this grant. That my conviction is stronger than ever. And Ankan says that he joined the wise people since 2022 when it was UAAG and now changed to Sanctuary Word Multipurpose Foundation, and that even that time he did not believe that much, and right now that his conviction is very, very strong when it comes to the disbursement of this very grant. That is, he is very, very confident in this people giving out this money, that people shouldn't mind Madam Tommy Tokwe in the grant space. This is coming from Ankan. I believe in the unique human spirit and the intellectual soundness of the wise men. I am glad about the extent of WIP of this project. I have been reliably told by one of my great mentors that doors of great wealth are not easily unlocked. They are opened by PPP, that is patient persistence and prayers. And this, we have done it, meaning it will soon open. We need patience and prayer. Of course, those of great worlds needs prayer, patience, and persistence. And we are all here. Listen to what he is saying. Some of these blackmailers, hate speech specialists, and frustrated propagandas doing voice note on DMs and platforms do not know that the day doesn't progress anti-clockwise. There are many Themis in Grant's community. Beware of them. He went on to caution everybody to beware of all these people giving negative voice note. A lot has been said. Let me just round up by telling us what he mean by believing in these people, and then he went on to tell the people that I confidentially tell us that the doors of wealth are open for us in Grant's community. So we should keep calm. That is coming from Ankan. He said this as at yesterday evening, and that everybody should in mind what is going on in the Grant space, for the money we all expect will surely drop. We don't want to conclude, we don't want to believe that this is coming from those usual slot sellers, although we've not been seeing him in the forefront of selling slots, but we don't know whether he's having a foot soldiers that are doing it for him, because many of them do have recruit people that sell the slot for them. But then at least his record is not that bad in the Grant space, so let's believe that something good will happen, since he's the one that is saying this. Another voice came up trying to praise Osim in the Grant space. Osim has been a voice, I keep telling everybody, in the Grant space that gives people hope and keep people. So as long as the Grant is concerned, even when all Grant Pressure Group left Apostle Cain, Osim was so confident and he believed till death with Apostle Cain. Somebody wrote to Osim trying to tell him what he saw so far in the Grant space. That is also adding to the positive belief or positive hope to the Grant that we are all expecting. This man he didn't put his name, he said from a concerned comrade, and this also happened yesterday. He wrote a lengthy message concerning Osim. He said this to Dr. Ambassador Etim Osim. For you to stay in this ecosystem up till now, that means there is something you saw. Indeed, you are a man of your word. This message is going to Osim actually, and this man wrote this, and it's very, very interesting, trying to explain some of the things that Osim has done in the Grant space. I will not go far, I will just speak some points so that we know. And this man went on to encourage everybody to stay tuned, as the money will be given to everybody. Number one thing that he talked about Osim, you told us first about UAAG that created a lot of confusion in this ecosystem, that Apostle Theophilus is not with the mandate and it cannot pass. Of course, Osim was one of the people that told us that Apostle Cain will not disperse because the document is not with Apostle Cain. Of course, as at that time, we all believe in UAAG. Everybody dive into UAAG. This man said that all Grant Project Group also said anybody can disburse the grant. That Apostle Cain name is not in the document. Osim debunked too that it is even promoted Apostle Cain Wakamamo in all the platform. Osim stand tall to promote, of course, Apostle Cain Wakama everywhere, that he still remain the one to disburse the grant. Another lie from the All Grant Project Group that the beneficiaries takes home is 300,000 naira. Osim debunked it that we shall be expecting million in our account. Osim has been saying this over and over and over and over that the grant will go up to a million, when All Grant Pressure Group was telling everybody that it will be 300k. Madam Gazizua said that Pioneer will disburse first before UAAG. Osim debunked it is said we should ignore it. He said we should ignore it, that it can happen that everybody will disburse at the same time. Madam Gazizua still came out and told us about the machine broke down. That was a laughable matter. Osim debunked it and said there is no such thing. Osim is the die-hard fans of Apostle King Wakama. Osim let us know about the recent holding clearance meeting in the CBN that leads to this disbursement that about to happen now. I strongly believe after this short holiday, we will all hear the sound of celebration in the grant ecosystem this time around, according to the Osim message. In fact, this man wrote a lot I will not go through, and what he said here is that the millions of Nigerians will celebrate and will never forget Osim, that Osim has been a strong instrument in the grant space. That aside, many people are saying that disbursement will happen. Many people are saying that disbursement will surely happen, that we shouldn't mind Madam Tommy Tokwe. We are waiting to see. You see, what makes people to come out to counter and to say something is as the result of delay after paying so much to this grant and dollars. And it's painful. Come to think of it, your hard-earned money you pay, and some other people are still coming out to collect more for selling of slot every day. People will come out to say something. It is so obvious and loud, and nobody's saying anything. Even the people that are coming out to sell fake slot, the big guys are not saying they should stop selling the slot. Nobody. All Grant Pressure Group is not functioning. UAAG didn't put a stop to all this selling of slot. They are so quiet. They are not saying anything. Even the big allegation that the spokesperson said that UAAG doesn't have money. Nobody's coming to counter such allegation. So it calls for people to speak in the grants community. Personally, I will project what is going on that is not helping the grant space. If you have a grant, even if you don't disburse today, tell the masses the situation of things. That is what we are after and what we are waiting for. Put the masses on the know. That is what we are advocating for. All Grant Pressure Group are out to tell us that there's no money with UAAG or Sanctuary Word. Fine. Tell us what the situation is. The spokesperson is out. It's no more without UAAG. It's how to talk to the people concerning the situation. Fine, come on, defend. Tell us the situation of things. Not to be quiet. And some few dime fines are coming out to say there's something to use that to keep the people, use that to sell the slot for them to benefit. Tell us the situation of things. Let's know the situation of things. Tell us when to disburse. Everybody's waiting for the disbursement. For we subscribe to you, we disburse to you. Thanks for the listening ear. We hope and believe that everything will be done. As these people are giving us hope, let this hope become reality in the grants community.